Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a phrase that may sound simple, but carries the weight of discipline, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of success. It's a principle Jim, one of the greatest motivational speakers of our time, often emphasized: work like hell. You see, success doesn't come to those who wish for it, or dream about it on a lazy afternoon. Success isn't something that simply happens to you. It's something you have to earn. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that success is a stroke of luck or a result of the right place at the right time. However, the truth is that success is the result of consistent effort, hard work, and dedication, day in and day out. It's about being willing to put in the necessary time and energy to achieve the outcomes you desire, even when it feels difficult or challenging. The notion that success is earned is tied to the idea that there are no shortcuts. There are no magical moments where everything falls into place without hard work. Rather, every success story is built on a foundation of small, persistent actions that add up over time. It doesn't matter what your goals are, whether you want to build a career, start a business, or improve your personal life. The process is the same. You need to show up every single day, be willing to put in the effort, and take action toward your goals, even when motivation might not always be there. The idea that success is earned challenges the modern idea of instant gratification. In a world where people are used to getting things quickly, thanks to technology, social media, and fast-paced lifestyles, it's easy to assume that success can also come fast. But in reality, success requires patience. It requires a long-term vision and a commitment to consistently putting in the work required to achieve that vision. There will be obstacles along the way, setbacks, and moments where you feel like giving up, but it's in these moments that your ability to earn success is truly tested. What's crucial to understand is that success is not just about the big moments of triumph. The journey toward success is made up of countless small, seemingly insignificant actions that compound over time. Whether it's reading a few pages of a book each day, making a few extra sales calls, or pushing yourself to work out just a little longer than usual, these incremental efforts add up, and over time they lead to a much larger result. When you look back, you'll realize that every little effort mattered. The concept of earning success also means that it's within your control. Unlike the idea that success is something you either have or don't have, earning it puts the power in your hands. You get to decide how much effort you're willing to put in, how committed you are to learning and improving, and how much you're willing to push through the tough times. While there will always be external factors outside of your control, your ability to work hard, stay focused, and remain resilient is something you can influence. In the end, earning success is about developing a mindset that recognizes that progress takes time and dedication. It's about understanding that the rewards are often delayed, but they are earned through hard work, learning from failures, and not giving up when things get tough. The more you embrace this mindset, the more you realize that success is not just a destination, it's a journey. And it's a journey that only those willing to put in the work and earn it will ever truly experience in our pursuit of success. There is a common misconception that working harder is always the key to achieving our goals. While hard work is undoubtedly important, the real differentiator between those who succeed and those who struggle often lies in the ability to work smart. The concept of working smart versus working hard involves making conscious choices about how you invest your time, energy, and resources. Working smart doesn't mean avoiding effort. Rather, it means channeling your effort in the most effective and efficient way possible. When people talk about working hard, they often mean putting in long hours and making sacrifices. This can certainly lead to progress, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee success. Working hard can sometimes be misguided if you're not focusing on the right tasks. For example, you could spend countless hours on a project, only to realize later that the effort you put in wasn't aligned with your true priorities or didn't move you closer to your ultimate goal. This is where working smart comes into play. It's about being strategic with your time and efforts, ensuring that your actions are intentional and aligned with your bigger vision. Working smart is about being deliberate and choosing your actions carefully. It's recognizing that not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks yield much greater results than others, and learning to focus on the high-impact activities that move the needle is crucial. Working smart is about understanding the value of your time and not wasting it on activities that don't bring you closer to your goals. It's about efficiency, prioritization, and making sure that every action you take is purposeful and meaningful. Take, for example, an entrepreneur starting a business. If the entrepreneur spends all their time working on minor tasks, such as perfecting a logo or organizing their email inbox, they might feel busy, but these activities don't generate revenue or help grow the business in a meaningful way. A smart entrepreneur, on the other hand, would focus their energy on activities that drive results, such as networking with potential clients, improving their product, or building strategic partnerships. They might delegate or automate other tasks that don't require their direct involvement. This allows them to use their time and effort in the most effective way possible. The idea of working smart also extends to continuous learning and personal development. Successful individuals constantly educate themselves and adapt to changing circumstances. They learn how to optimize their routines, improve their skills, and work more effectively. Smart work means being open to feedback and being willing to adjust your approach when something isn't working. It's about being flexible and finding innovative solutions to problems, rather than blindly pushing through difficulties with sheer willpower. In contrast, working hard without a clear strategy or a focus on smart decisions can lead to burnout, frustration, and a lack of progress. It's not about how long you work, but how you work. Are you taking the most efficient path toward your goal? Are you learning from your experiences and improving along the way? Ultimately, working smart doesn't mean you won't face challenges or need to put in significant effort. It means that when challenges arise, you're prepared with the right tools, knowledge, and strategies to overcome them. It's about being resourceful, efficient, and mindful of how you spend your time. When you combine hard work with smart decision making, you create the perfect balance for success. One of the most empowering realizations you can have in life is that you are responsible for your own success. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming external circumstances or other people for where you are in life. But the truth is that you have the power to shape your own future. This mindset is a key element in achieving success, as it forces you to take control of your actions, decisions, and outcomes. Understanding that you are the driving force behind your success is not only liberating, but it also compels you to take ownership of your journey. The idea that you are responsible for your success might feel daunting at first, especially when things aren't going the way you want. It's tempting to blame other people, your upbringing, or your environment for the obstacles you face. But when you adopt the mindset that you alone are responsible, you empower yourself to take action and make changes. It's about recognizing that no one else is going to hand you your dreams. You must be the one to create them. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that every choice you make affects your trajectory. Every decision, whether small or large, adds up and contributes to your overall success or failure. While external factors like luck, timing, or opportunities can play a role, it's your reaction to these factors that truly determines your future. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. This sense of ownership over your actions and choices helps you become more resilient and proactive. When you take responsibility for your success, you stop waiting for things to happen. You stop waiting for the right time or for someone else to give you permission. Instead, you begin to take intentional actions toward your goals. You make plans, set priorities, and hold yourself accountable. You learn from mistakes and adapt. You stop making excuses and start creating solutions. This is the mentality that separates those who succeed from those who remain stagnant. Another important aspect of taking responsibility for your success is recognizing that growth comes from within. You are the one who decides how much effort, energy, and focus you're willing to put into your dreams. Success doesn't come from the circumstances around you. It comes from your ability to make the most of the opportunities available to you and to create your own opportunities when necessary. It's about being proactive and taking initiative even when the road ahead seems unclear or difficult. Moreover, being responsible for your success requires discipline and consistency. Success is rarely instantaneous. It's the result of consistent effort over time. When you accept responsibility for your journey, you understand that it's about showing up every day, even when motivation wanes or challenges arise. It's about staying the course and continuing to put in the work, no matter the setbacks. This consistent effort, fueled by personal accountability, ultimately leads to progress. Taking responsibility also means embracing your failures. We often shy away from failure, but it's an inevitable part of the journey. Instead of seeing failure as a reason to quit, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. When you take responsibility for your success, you understand that failure is not an end point, but rather a stepping stone toward improvement. It's through these experiences that you build resilience and increase your capacity to succeed. In the end, the path to success is not dictated by the circumstances you face, but by how you respond to them. By taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, and mindset, you create a clear path toward achieving your goals. When you fully embrace that you are the architect of your success, you realize that nothing is impossible if you are willing to put in the work and take ownership of your journey. Success, while highly coveted, comes at a price. It is not a gift that is freely given to everyone, nor is it easily attained. The cost of success is not merely measured in financial terms, but rather in the sacrifices and choices you make along the way. It requires effort, time, and often the willingness to step out of your comfort zone. Success demands commitment and dedication, and in many cases, it requires that you put in more than what might seem comfortable or convenient. Understanding the price of success is vital for anyone who is serious about achieving their goals. One of the most significant costs of success is time. Time is the most valuable resource we have, and once it's gone, we cannot get it back. To achieve success, you will often need to spend countless hours honing your skills, learning, and perfecting your craft. This means dedicating yourself to long hours of work, and in many cases, making sacrifices in your personal life. Social events, hobbies, and other leisurely activities may need to take a backseat while you focus on your goals. Success often demands that you prioritize your ambitions over short-term pleasures. This is not to say that you should neglect your relationships or well-being, but it's important to recognize that the time you invest in your pursuits is a necessary cost of success. Another price of success is the mental and emotional toll it can take. The road to achieving your dreams is rarely smooth. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments when you question whether the journey is worth it. Success requires resilience, being able to weather disappointments and failures without losing sight of your goals. It takes a high level of emotional intelligence to deal with the stress and pressures that come with the pursuit of success. Along the way, you may face self-doubt, fear, and frustration, but these emotions are part of the price you must pay. They are not signs that you should quit. They are signals that you are pushing yourself beyond your limits. Success is not for the faint of heart, and the emotional resilience you develop along the way is crucial. Success also requires personal sacrifice. It may mean saying no to opportunities that don't align with your goals, or distancing yourself from people who aren't supportive of your ambitions. You might have to make financial sacrifices, invest money into your growth, or forego certain luxuries in the short term for the sake of a bigger goal. Sacrifice is not always easy, but it's a necessary part of the equation. Whether it's sacrificing your free time to work on a project or sacrificing the security of a regular paycheck to pursue a risky venture, success will often demand that you make tough decisions in the pursuit of something greater. The price of success is also measured in the risks you take. It's not uncommon for successful people to step into the unknown and take chances that others are unwilling to take. Risks taking is an integral part of growth and progress, and it can be uncomfortable. Success requires you to take risks, whether that means starting a business, changing careers, or making bold decisions that push you outside of your comfort zone. Taking these risks can be terrifying, and failure is always a possibility. However, it is through taking risks that you open the door to new opportunities and growth. The fear of failure often keeps people from taking these risks, but the cost of avoiding them is stagnation. In the end, the price of success is not about a single, one-time payment, but rather a series of ongoing sacrifices and choices that shape your life. Whether it's time, emotional resilience, personal sacrifices, or the willingness to take risks, success demands that you give something of yourself in return for what you hope to achieve. It's about understanding that no significant achievement comes without cost. The greater the goal, the greater the price, but the reward is equally great. When you are fully aware of the price of success, you are better prepared to make the necessary sacrifices and stay the course. No matter how difficult the journey may become, resilience and adaptability are two of the most crucial qualities you can develop on your journey to success. Life is rarely a smooth path, and the road to achieving your goals is often filled with unexpected challenges and changes. How you respond to these challenges, how you recover from setbacks, and how you adjust to new circumstances will determine whether you succeed or falter. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, while adaptability is the capacity to adjust to new situations or environments. Together, they form a powerful combination that enables individuals to overcome obstacles and continue moving forward toward their goals. Resilience is essential because success is not a straight line. Everyone faces setbacks, whether it's a failed project, a missed opportunity, or even a personal crisis. What separates those who ultimately succeed from those who give up is their ability to recover from these setbacks. Resilience is the mental toughness that allows you to face difficulties head-on without giving in to despair. It's the ability to stay focused and keep moving forward, even when things aren't going as planned. Developing resilience means understanding that failure is not permanent. It's a temporary part of the process, and it provides valuable lessons for growth. The ability to bounce back after failure is what allows you to keep your momentum and continue toward your success. However, resilience alone isn't enough. Adaptability is equally important. In today's fast-paced world, things are constantly changing. Industries evolve, technologies advance, and what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. The most successful individuals are those who can adjust to these changes, learn new skills, and stay flexible in the face of uncertainty. Adaptability is about being open to new ideas and approaches. It's about recognizing that the world is not static, and the ability to pivot or adjust when necessary is crucial to long-term success. Adaptability also means being able to step outside of your comfort zone. Often, success requires you to do things you've never done before, or to take risks that challenge your previous assumptions. The willingness to try new things, to fail, and to learn from those failures is a sign of adaptability. The more you're able to adapt to changing circumstances and environments, the more equipped you'll be to seize new opportunities that come your way. It's the ability to evolve with the times and remain relevant in a constantly shifting landscape. Resilience and adaptability are interconnected. Resilience helps you recover from challenges and setbacks, while adaptability enables you to make the necessary adjustments in response to changing conditions. For example, consider an entrepreneur who launches a business. The initial plan may not work out as expected due to unforeseen market shifts or changes in consumer behavior. A resilient entrepreneur will recover from the failure of the original plan, but an adaptable entrepreneur will recognize that the market has changed and be open to modifying their strategy to fit the new landscape. It's this combination of bouncing back from failure and being able to pivot effectively that leads to success. Another aspect of resilience and adaptability is learning from experience. Every challenge you face and every failure you encounter provides valuable insights. By developing the ability to reflect on these experiences, you can adapt your approach moving forward. Success is not just about working harder. It's about learning from your mistakes and using those lessons to improve. People who are resilient don't dwell on their failures. They use them as stepping stones to greater achievements. Similarly, those who are adaptable are constantly evolving, adjusting their mindset, and improving their skills to stay ahead. In conclusion, resilience and adaptability are indispensable qualities for anyone striving for success. They empower you to handle the inevitable ups and downs of life, learn from your mistakes, and adjust to ever-changing circumstances. Without these qualities, it would be easy to become discouraged or stuck when things don't go as planned. But with resilience and adaptability, you can overcome challenges, seize opportunities, and continue moving toward your goals with confidence and determination. These traits allow you to not just survive through tough times, but to thrive in the face of adversity. As we wrap up today, I want to remind you that the journey to success is neither easy nor instantaneous. It requires hard work, resilience, adaptability, and the willingness to take responsibility for your own path. Remember, success is not a destination. It's a continuous process of growth, learning, and evolving. Each step you take, each challenge you face, and each setback you encounter is part of a larger picture. The price of success is real, but so are the rewards. When you're willing to work like hell, take responsibility for your actions, and stay resilient in the face of obstacles, you put yourself on the path to achieving greatness. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who take action, adjust when necessary, and keep pushing forward no matter the hurdles. So as you leave here today, ask yourself, what price are you willing to pay for your success? The journey might be tough, but remember, it's always worth it. Keep working, stay adaptable, and most importantly, never lose sight of the vision you're working toward. Thank you.